What up, guys? Spotbot here for Boom Beach, and we're here on headquarters level 7, and I'm going to show you a replay of a defense, okay? It's the only one I have. People aren't attacking. I don't know if it's because this is still in beta, or there's not that many people playing. I have no idea. But I only have one, like, look at this. I have one home base defended, okay? That's it. And it actually prompted me to make some changes in my base. All right, so he's got the 4 heavies and the 6. I can't remember if they're called warriors or whatever, but they're dudes that run around. They run really fast, and they have hammers. They have these crystal hammers, and when they hit your buildings, when they actually hit, they get some health back. So whatever the crystal is in their hammer translates damage on a building to health to the person holding it. All right, makes sense. Come on, this is military right here. Okay, so. If you can see this, right? Now, he takes out my cannon right away. And I have my mortar at the very front. So all this guy's doing is he's rushing my town hall. My headquarters, right? He targeted my headquarters, and he puts a shock bomb down. And this has prompted me to move some defenses, right? And he's just hammering on my headquarters. And thankfully, my defenses come back. I've got the sniper tower in the back, and I've got the 2 cannons on the side. The thing is, my mortar is completely ineffective to this attack, okay? Completely ineffective. So just remember that. My cannons are pretty close to the sides of my headquarters. My archer... Good, Spider, get Clash of Clans out of your head! My sniper is close to the headquarters at the back of the base. And, I had the cannon and the mortar at the front, which is not ideal, okay? And so that prompted me to change it. Again, this is the only defense that I've seen, so I haven't seen anybody else attack my base. You know what would be awesome? Maybe you guys can tweet this to Supercell. I'm not sure what their official Boom Beach Twitter is, but it would be awesome if you could go to your base and there's an option for you to attack your own base and really not lose anything, right? But you could take your own troops and attack your base, your own base, as if you were, some other multiplayer player attacking your base. Again, obviously, you don't lose any gold. Maybe there's a bit of a cost just to do it, but I think that would be pretty cool because, you don't really analyze your base. I can sort of analyze it, but I don't necessarily take the time to analyze it like I would analyzing when I want to attack somebody, when I want to analyze another base, right? So here are some of the changes that I made. Number 1, I moved my mortars. Now, I only had the 1 mortar available on that replay. Now I have 2 mortars. I'm upgrading this one over here, but I moved them to the side, and you can see the coverage. Look at the dead zone. There's no overlap on the dead zone, and they basically sort of cover each other. So if somebody comes in, if they come dead center, then both mortars are going to hit them. If they're over a little bit to the left, then this mortar will hit them. If they're a little bit over to the right, then that mortar will hit them, okay? And obviously the cannon's got a bit more range or about the same range as the MG, and the snipers over here. Again, move them out. I moved them out from the HQ, and to be quite honest, I want to move this out a little bit, okay? And this out a little bit. And I moved the sniper tower out. Now, the reason why I like to have my buildings spread out a little bit, if you'll notice on some of my videos, whether it was a playthrough video or when I'm attacking a base, I look for buildings that are close together. So let's say my sawmill, right? My sawmill was over here. Oops. Okay. So, the mortar is worth sending artillery against, right? So you can take out the mortar because it's going to do some significant splash damage depending on what troops you're running. So if it's close together, I'm going to hit on the threshold between those 2 buildings, and I'm going to take them both down. And if I get the sawmill as well, it's going to give me 3. It's going to give my opponent 3 additional energy to use against me. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to make it easy for him. Now, maybe perhaps spreading it all out like this makes it easy in a sense. But, until we get some replays, etc., and there are obviously going to be some attacks that you're just going to get run over. If level, whatever, I'm on headquarters level 7. If a headquarters level 12 guy comes along and he's got all his troops upgraded, and for some reason we're matchmaking put us together, then, yeah, he'll probably end up rolling over me, but it's just because he's so over-leveled, right? And he's got more powerful troops, maybe he has some more powerful idols compared to me, etc., right? But if you're on par with another player, and that's where I think the defending, attacking your own base would be cool. It would be a cool exercise because you could see where your weak points are, right? But anyways, this is my final HQ 7 layout. I might play with it a little bit, but I think it's pretty good. You got the sniper tower here. It's got good coverage. I mean, these sniper towers are going to start hitting anybody that comes up, onto the beach right away, pretty much. They got to go through some mines. I mean, perhaps I could rearrange my mines a little bit, but I know how I like to think, and I like to circumvent base defenses, etc., and go around. I think my defenses are pretty solid. I'd like to have something else here where the sculptor is, but I won't be able to. I mean, I don't have any more defensive buildings that I can place down until at least headquarters level 7, and we can look at that. So headquarters level 7, you get another sniper tower and another cannon, all right, and 3 more mines. So there you go. So we can modify our defenses accordingly. But I think right now we're pretty decent. I may even want to. The only thing I would think is maybe even moving the sniper tower over a little bit to the right and moving the cannon over a little bit. But I don't know. I think it's okay the way it is. And like I said, it's not going to defend against every single attack. So I'd like to see more attacks, and unfortunately, I'm not seeing them. I only saw the one, and maybe it's because my gold's so low. People don't want to attack because they're not going to get enough gold, right? And yeah, unfortunately, I ran it too low, and I can't reinforce my landing craft right now, so I have to wait. But anyways, I want to bring that to you because it was the only one I had, and we can actually talk about it. And it's important to analyze those defenses because that's why I made some of the changes that I made to my base layout. So somebody couldn't pop down a shock bomb onto my headquarters and take 3 of my defenses out with it. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter on headquarters, but take 3 of my defenses out simultaneously. Now, they're still going to be able to do that on the sniper tower. If they put it down on the sniper tower, then yeah, it's going to affect the mortar, it's going to affect the cannon. But there's not, I mean, you can't separate it more. I don't think separating it more, the advantages of doing that would offset the disadvantages of having them closer where they can get impacted by a shock bomb. So yeah. And that attack, I think players, I don't know. Maybe that's how some of the players attack. I saw one replay. It was actually maybe I can show it to you guys actually. I'll show you a replay on Resource Base Lost. Resource Base Lost? Yeah, this one. I mean, come on. Seriously? 16 of these guys? Let's get the proper name. Sorry, what is their proper name here? Will it tell me? Yeah, the warrior. Okay, it's a warrior. Right. Got it. Okay, so look at this Resource Base Lost, right? 16 of these guys. And this is all the guy did, right? You just sent 16 of these guys in. Boom. And I don't know. I don't know if I could defend against that in my headquarters, right? Obviously, this guy is going to be over-leveled compared to me because I don't even have warriors, right? So he's obviously at least HQ 8. But still, I mean, look at these guys go to town, right? I mean, they're pretty effective. So he's targeting the MGs, and then he targets the rocket launcher. Or no, what do you do? What did he just do to the rocket launcher? I don't know. Oh, he threw artillery on it. And there you go. Attacks the flare on the rocket launcher, and then he captured the resource base. So that might, and I've seen other people that might do all heavy attacks. So until we see some of those attacks on my base, I don't know. I don't know how I can change my base to defend against that thing. And not to beat a dead horse, again, being able to attack your own base, if I could put in, my landing craft right now, it's not great for heavies, simply because, the troop capacity is 11. Once we get to 12, once we get to headquarters 8, and we can upgrade these guys for 12, then we can put 3 heavies in each boat, right? In each landing craft. As it is, we can only put 2, and the other 3 slots are kind of wasted. So it doesn't really make sense to run an all-heavy attack at our current HQ level. I mean, it would have made more sense when you had maximum capacity on your landing craft of 8, so you can have 2 on each, right? So anyways, that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about in this video, some base defense and analyzing the defenses and figuring out what you can do better in your headquarters and better defend that base against those evil mercenaries that they get sent against us, and keep all our islands like this. See, I like to keep it clean. I just opened this area down here at the bottom left, by the way. And this sauce boss guy, I'm going to have a tough time with. But anyways, that's it. We'll catch you next time. Spider out.